I was gonna take everything that I learned in these books and all the advice that they gave me about never coming back. I was gonna get out here in the world and make a difference, make a change. My name is Jeremy Blount. I'm the author of Football to the Feds. I wrote the book because I feel like it would be a good way for people to understand where I came from and for other people that's coming up just like me to know that it's a way out. Growing up, I had a lot of successes, some failures. I graduated college, I made it out of my rough neighborhood. I got a football scholarship. I use football as a vehicle to get me out of my situation. In Florida, football is like the main sport. Football is like everything to us. I started playing football in 1998 when I was 8 years old. I got a football scholarship to University of South Dakota. My mom thought it would be a good move for me because I'll be away from that environment. I'll be out the state. I can start fresh. I can see new people, meet new people. Things weren't promised where I came from. And still being connected with those people that I was connected with back home, basically my association. My association is what led me to still being involved in criminal behaviors and criminal thinking and criminal mindset. So I linked up with a couple guys that were still doing schemes in Florida with the government and tax fraud, and I got involved because being in college, being broke, it's hard, it's a struggle. A couple guys gave me a little deal saying if you do this and you do that, then we'll give you this. And that's how it started. Then I started getting greedy. The greed took over. I wanted more. And then after that, federal government caught on to what we had going on, and that landed me an indictment. My time of being incarcerated, it was a scary moment for me. It was my first time ever going to prison. I came in there with a 3-year sentence, and I'm in there with people with 7 years, 15 years, you know. So what kind of relationship are we gonna have? To them, it's like I'm coming in for just a quick stay. We started getting to know each other, and then a lot of people, older people, started to take me under their wings, seeing I was kind of a little educated. I was kind of determined, I was inspired to make a difference. I started reading a lot, and people started passing me off books, like a lot of Napoleon Hill books, James Allen books, you know, Think and Grow Rich. I first read that when I was in prison. People kind of took me as their son or their little brother. It was rough at first, but gradually I started gaining like more respect from the older crowd. Well, upon my release, I was nervous because, you know, a lot of like COs and a lot of like the wardens or whatever, they kind of wish you this good luck, but it's kind of like the luck like you'll be back. Like they say good luck, but you know, try to stay out of trouble. My brother, he was incarcerated when I was 3 years old, so I kind of grew up with my brother incarcerated. I never seen my brother in regular clothes, never been in a car with my brother, I never been to the store with my brother. 3 years old, I just remember him growing up and just always going to see him on visits, having to go in and get searched, going in and leave and getting searched and seeing him for only like a couple hours at a time. So that was kind of hard on me because I never really had a older brother growing up. I had sisters, but I never had that brother. And my dad was around, but he ended up having a disability. He had a stroke. My stepdad was around, but he did what he could. But my brother, he was just, it was kind of hard on me because I never had that big brother to look up to. You know, he gave me good advice. He always inspired me on the phone and in visits and helped me keep my head right in football and academics, told me what was important. I have 4 sisters, but my mom was a big inspiration in my life. She was always strong. She's a strong black woman, you know. She was always stood on her faith, her beliefs in God, and being a strong Christian believer. When things wasn't going so tough, she stood on her beliefs, she stood on her faith, even if nobody stood with her. I'm kind of like a counselor right now. I'm involved with a couple nonprofits, and my target is to youth. I kind of think that in my neighborhood and where I'm from, in Tampa, the east side of Tampa, a lot of the youth need guidance, you know. So I feel like that my book will help those millennials, my age, and also the people that's coming behind us. My name is Jeremy Blount. I am the author of Football to the Feds, and I want to thank everybody for watching this video.